Hey Capricorn, welcome back. I have been getting so many messages from you guys about this one specific situation, and honestly, when I sat down to pull cards for you today, the energy was intense. So many of you are dealing with someone who constantly criticizes, who always finds something wrong, who makes you feel like no matter what you say or do, it is never enough. And you are sitting there wondering, do they even love me anymore? Is this relationship worth the stress? I hear you. And the cards have some really important things to reveal about what is actually happening here. Before we get into this reading, I just want to say that I am pulling these cards specifically for Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. But if you feel drawn to this reading, the universe might be nudging you to listen. Also, if this resonates with you, drop a comment and let me know which card hit home the hardest. Alright, so I am shuffling the deck right now, and I am asking the cards to show us what is really going on with this person who keeps arguing with you, who makes you feel inadequate, and whether their love is genuine or if this connection is just causing unnecessary pain. The energy I am picking up even before pulling cards is this heavy, frustrating vibe, like you are constantly walking on eggshells, constantly trying to prove yourself, and it is absolutely exhausting. Okay, wow. The first card that came through is the Two of Wands. And this is super interesting right off the bat. The Two of Wands is all about planning, vision, and standing at a crossroads looking at different possibilities. And what I am seeing here is that this person, the one who keeps arguing with you and criticizing you, they are actually in a space where they are evaluating their options. They are not as committed as you might think they are, Capricorn. This card shows someone who is literally holding the world in their hands, looking out at different paths, and they have not fully decided which direction they want to go. When someone truly loves you and is invested in the relationship, they are not constantly keeping one foot out the door. But the Two of Wands energy here is showing me that this person has been treating you like an option rather than a priority. And this explains so much about why nothing you do feels good enough for them. It is not actually about you or your actions at all. It is about the fact that they have not fully committed in their heart and mind to being with you completely. When someone is still weighing their options, they are naturally going to be more critical, more distant, more hard to please because subconsciously they are comparing you to other possibilities, whether that is other people, other lifestyles, or just the fantasy of being single and free. They are standing on this metaphorical balcony looking out at the horizon, and you are behind them trying desperately to get their full attention. The Two of Wands is also telling me that you need to start looking at your options too. You have been so focused on making this work, on being enough for them, that you have forgotten that you also have choices here. You also have the power to decide whether this relationship serves your highest good. The Two of Wands is reminding you that you are not stuck. You deserve someone who is all in with you, not someone who treats you like a backup plan while they figure out what they really want. What you need to understand, Capricorn, is that this behavior has nothing to do with your worth or your efforts. You could be absolutely perfect and they would still find something to criticize, because the issue is not you. The issue is that they have not made a real decision to fully invest in this connection. They are still in exploration mode, and until they actually commit to walking a path with you, instead of just surveying all possible paths, this dynamic is not going to change. Alright, moving to the second card, and I pulled the Nine of Pentacles, and this card is absolutely gorgeous. But in this context, it is showing me something really important about your dynamic. The Nine of Pentacles is the card of independence, luxury, self-sufficiency, and someone who has built a beautiful life for themselves. Usually this is a really positive card. But here it is, revealing something crucial about why this person is so critical of you. The Nine of Pentacles person is someone who has very high standards, who has worked hard to create a certain lifestyle and image, and who is extremely particular about everything in their life. They have cultivated this perfect garden, this perfect existence, and they are very protective of it. And what I am seeing here is that this person you are dealing with has their life set up exactly how they want it, and they are resistant to anyone or anything that disrupts that perfect setup. This is why nothing you do is good enough for them, Capricorn. It is not because you are actually falling short. It is because they have such specific, rigid standards and expectations that nobody could realistically meet them. They want everything to fit into their vision, their plan, their aesthetic, their routine. And when you naturally express yourself as your own person, with your own way of doing things, it clashes with their need for control and perfection. The Nine of Pentacles is also showing me that this person is very comfortable being alone. In fact, they might prefer being alone in some ways, because when you are alone, you do not have to compromise. You do not have to consider anyone else's needs. You get to maintain your perfect, controlled environment. And I think part of the issue here is that this person has been single or independent for so long that they have forgotten how to truly share their life with someone. Here is the thing about the Nine of Pentacles energy. These people are often attracted to relationships in theory because they like the idea of having a partner, especially if that partner makes them look good or fits into their image. But when it comes to the actual work of being in a relationship, the compromise, the vulnerability, the messiness, they resist it. They want a partner who is basically a perfect accessory to their life, rather than a real, complex human being with their own needs and imperfections. But let me be really clear about something, Capricorn. The Nine of Pentacles is also your card. This card is telling you that you need to step into your own Nine of Pentacles energy. You need to remember that you are also independent, capable, and complete on your own. You do not need this person to validate you or approve of you. You can build your own beautiful life with or without them. Third card coming through, and it is the Three of Pentacles, which is fascinating because this is the card of collaboration, teamwork, and working together toward a shared goal. In a relationship context, the Three of Pentacles is usually really positive because it shows two people who respect each other's contributions, who work well together, who build something meaningful as a team. But in your situation, this card is highlighting exactly what is missing from your dynamic. The Three of Pentacles is appearing here to show you what a healthy relationship should look like versus what you are currently experiencing. In a real partnership, both people should feel valued for their unique contributions. Both people should be working together, supporting each other, and building something greater than what either could create alone. But that is not what is happening in your situation, is it? Instead of collaboration, you have criticism. Instead of teamwork, you have one person constantly judging the other. Instead of mutual respect, you have someone who acts like they are the master architect, and you are just a bumbling apprentice who cannot do anything right. The Three of Pentacles shows up with reversed energy here, because the spirit of collaboration is missing. What I am seeing with this card is that this person does not view you as an equal partner. They might say they want a relationship, but their actions show that they want someone who will follow their lead, defer to their judgment, and basically just support their vision without adding their own ideas or personality into the mix. They want a yes person, not a partner. This card is also telling me that in the arguments you keep having, there is a pattern where your contributions, your efforts, your ideas are being dismissed or devalued. Maybe you suggest something and they shoot it down. Maybe you try to help and they criticize how you did it. The Three of Pentacles is showing me that you are not being given credit for what you bring to the relationship, and that is incredibly frustrating and demoralizing. Here is what the Three of Pentacles wants you to know. You deserve to be with someone who sees you as a collaborator, not a project. Someone who values what you bring to the relationship naturally, without you having to prove yourself constantly. Someone who wants to build a life with you, not have you build a life for them according to their specifications. Moving to the fourth card, and I just pulled the Ace of Pentacles, which is really interesting because aces are always about new beginnings, fresh starts, and opportunities. The Ace of Pentacles specifically is about material new beginnings, tangible opportunities, and the seed of something that can grow into long-term stability and prosperity. But in the context of your question about whether this person still loves you, this card is giving me a very specific message. The Ace of Pentacles is telling me that there is potential here, but it is just potential. It is a seed that has not been planted yet. It is an opportunity that has not been acted upon. And this ties back to what we saw with the Two of Wands. This person might have feelings for you. They might see potential in the relationship, but they have not invested in it yet. They are still holding the seed in their hand, examining it, wondering if they should plant it or not. Here is the thing about the Ace of Pentacles. This card represents something real and solid when it is actualized, but it requires commitment, effort, and nurturing to grow. You cannot just hold a seed forever and expect it to turn into a tree. You have to plant it, water it, care for it consistently. And what I am seeing is that this person is not willing to do that work. The Ace of Pentacles is also bringing up a message about worth and value. This card is literally about material value, about what something is worth. And I think the universe is asking you to really evaluate what this relationship is worth to you. Is the stress worth it? Is the constant criticism worth it? The Ace of Pentacles is very practical and grounded, and it is asking you to make a practical assessment of whether this connection is actually adding value to your life or depleting it. The Ace of Pentacles can also represent a new beginning, and I think it is important to consider that the new beginning might not be about making this relationship work. It might be about starting fresh without this person who makes you feel inadequate. It might be about beginning a new chapter where you prioritize yourself, your goals, your peace of mind. Fifth card, and I am seeing the Six of Swords here. And honestly, Capricorn, this card is so significant for your situation. The Six of Swords is the card of transition, moving away from troubled waters toward calmer shores. It is about leaving behind what is not working and moving toward something better. And the fact that this card appeared in this reading is a pretty clear message about what you need to do. The Six of Swords shows a boat carrying people across water, moving from rough, stormy seas toward peaceful, calm waters in the distance. And what strikes me about this card in your situation is that it is not about staying and fixing the storm. It is about getting in the boat and leaving the storm behind. The Six of Swords does not show someone trying to calm the waves or wait for the weather to improve. It shows someone making the active choice to move toward peace. This card is telling me that the arguments, the criticism, the constant stress in this relationship, these are the troubled waters, and you have been trying so hard to smooth things over, to calm the waves, to make it work. But the Six of Swords is saying that sometimes the answer is not to fix the situation, but to transition out of it. Sometimes peace does not come from changing the other person or changing yourself. It comes from changing your circumstances. The Six of Swords is also about mental clarity and perspective. When you are in the middle of the storm, it is hard to think clearly. But as you move away from the chaos, as you get some distance, you start to see things more clearly. You start to realize how bad it really was. You start to understand that you deserve better. But here is what I really want you to hear, Capricorn. The Six of Swords is not a card of failure. It is a card of wisdom. It takes strength to recognize when something is not working. It takes courage to walk away from what is familiar even when it is painful. If you find yourself making the transition this card is pointing toward, know that you are not giving up. You are actually choosing yourself, choosing your well-being, choosing a future where you are valued and respected. The sixth and final card is the Nine of Pentacles, appearing again with such strong emphasis. And this repetition is really important because when a card's energy is this dominant, it is a major message. And the message is clear. Your independence is the answer. This repetition of the Nine of Pentacles is the universe basically telling you that you need to step fully into your own power, your own self-sufficiency, your own complete life that does not revolve around gaining someone else's approval. The Nine of Pentacles is telling you that whether this person loves you or not almost does not matter, because you need to love yourself enough to not tolerate being treated as less than you are. The Nine of Pentacles appearing this strongly is telling you to build your garden, cultivate your life, create your luxury and peace and beauty. And here's the powerful thing. When you truly embody Nine of Pentacles energy, when you truly step into your independence and self-worth, one of two things will happen. Either this person will suddenly realize what they are losing and completely change their behavior, or they will not change, and you will not care, because you will be so fulfilled by your own amazing life that their criticism will bounce right off you. So here is what this entire reading has shown us, Capricorn. This person is still evaluating their options with you, as shown by the Two of Wands. They have high standards and a strong need for independence and control, as shown by the Nine of Pentacles. The collaboration and mutual respect that should exist is missing, as shown by the Three of Pentacles. There is potential but no real investment happening, as shown by the Ace of Pentacles. And there is a clear message that transition toward peace is needed, as shown by the Six of Swords. Do they still love you? Maybe they do in their own limited capacity. But the better question is whether their version of love is actually good for you. And based on these cards, the answer is no. Their love, if we can even call it that, comes with so many conditions, so much criticism, so much stress, that it is not nourishing you. It is depleting you. The cards are really clear that you need to focus on yourself right now. Focus on building your own beautiful, independent life. And as you do that, this relationship situation will resolve itself one way or another. Either they will step up and start treating you with the respect you deserve, or they will fall away, making room for someone who actually recognizes your value from day one. You are not the problem here, Capricorn. You are enough. You have always been enough. And anyone who makes you feel otherwise does not deserve access to you. Drop a comment if this reading resonated with you. Let me know which card hit home the hardest. Sending you so much love and strength as you navigate this situation.